not your average flagship, though its specifications may be rather bland, but the idea behind the G5 is one worthy of praise, if anything. If you're looking for a spec sheet, it won't be this video, but here's every reason I think that you should and shouldn't buy the LG G5. First off, you should definitely buy this thing for the camera. I personally consider this second best next to the Galaxy S7, but it's a damn good 16 megapixel shooter, and there's also a super wide angle 8 megapixel shooter on the backside as well, which can easily be switched to from within the camera app. Photos are crispy, colorful, and all around great. It definitely has some tough competition in the camera spaces here, but I feel like LG's camera will be good enough for just about anyone. And I'll link some full resolution photos below if you want to check those out as well. You should also pick up this phone for its beautiful 5.3-inch QHD display. I've always been a fan of LG in this department, and they always shine, and the G5 does not disappoint. I'd also have to say that overall the build quality is good, though some people have seen issues, but it feels solid to me nonetheless. Now, along with that, the G5 definitely packs performance. It's great all around in this department, and with the latest specifications inside, there's no doubt that it can hold its own against the competition. But to be honest, that's pretty much where the reasons that you should buy this end. So here's the deal. Like most other LG releases, the software is kind of a mess in my opinion. It's just too much for me. There's no app drawer, which I know can easily be fixed with a custom launcher, but the thing is, LG software just feels lost overall and without any major direction, and that's kind of how I've always felt about its software. Now back to the build, LG took a modular approach this year with the G5, and while I love the idea that someone had the guts to institute change in a flagship, I just don't think that this idea will pan out for LG. So here's the deal, you can press a small button on the side to release the battery module, which can easily be swapped out, and that's pretty awesome for a phone with this kind of build. But the thing is that this modular thing can only go so far. Currently, LG has a handful of what they're calling friends, but how long will they keep this up? I mean, it's a great idea, but I just don't see it lasting too long. It feels like more of a prototype, if anything, and I just don't think it's one that LG is going to continue with. And sadly, I don't think that the G5 will be winning any design awards this year. I mean, sorry, but not sorry. This phone is kind of ugly, though it does feel well built, but it's just not that appealing. I don't know, there's just something about it that's not super attractive. And one final reason why I don't think that the LG G5 is something that you should pick up is if you're looking for battery life, the G5 is not a great place to start. I rarely got over 4 hours of screen on time here, and I'm using the T-Mobile variant, so your mileage may vary with other carriers, but I wasn't super impressed in this experience. That's just me though. The bottom line is that I'm a big fan of what LG has done with the G5. They've made a drastically different change over its predecessor, which is awesome. The modular thing is cool. I applaud them for taking a chance, but I really just don't think that everything here screams buy me. It's just, I don't know, that's just how I feel about the G5, but let me know